getting the live stream set up here for today's workout. It's going to be a little bit of an active recovery day here, which is a little unfortunate that it's today because it's fairly chilly outside and it's like lightly misting. So we got like some light rain. Light rain and slightly chilly. Gonna make it a little challenging for this recovery. Mainly because my body gonna be feeling cold. Get the watch set to flexibility for the workout, but great way to begin to wrap up the week here. Let's see. Here we go. Adjusting that camera angle there. Going to do quite a bit of floor work. We'll angle this down a little more. There we go. There's going to be quite a few moves that we're going to be doing on the floor to work the core and the glutes. There we go, getting a little bit of hip cracks going. Really working to work on those hamstrings here. Getting good hip stretch going. Bit of like kind of yoga moves combined with a bit of Pilates style stuff here. Not right now, but at least I say Pilates style because some of the movements we're going to be holding, getting that flex contraction going. But let's see. Yeah, right now just kind of working on waking up the hips here. Oh, it's a good morning stretch here, like just raising the arms up. Feels this feels like the kind of workout I would rather do on a Friday to kind of wrap up the week. But first 3 days, pretty intense work. So, you know, it's good to take that active recovery day there. Whew, the chilliness, I said it was a little chilly outside. I'm feeling it. It'll make it a little tough to really warm up those muscles because of the temperature outside. All right, we're gonna be doing some kind of plank push-up work here. The ground dirty. Warming up the arms and the abs here. Really taking this warm up and in phases here. Good little core work going on there. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Bot GM. What's going on? How's your morning been? Yeah, it's about 7:30 in the morning here. Getting the day started right. This active recovery is going to be getting intense. Yeah, after yesterday morning's workout, I ended up jogging close to like 3 miles yesterday as well. So these legs need this little recovery going on here. Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm gonna check the chat in a sec. Right after this core glute warm up here. Starting to feel a little warm up here. All right, after this, I'll come check on the chat, see what y'all talk about. Gonna do a little downward dog yoga action here. Sometimes I'm able to get like a good little shoulder pop action going, but not this morning. Walking the feet up. What's going on, Ratchet and Clank? I haven't played that game in ages. Currently stationed Festoon Pro. I get the lore, I get it. Just a Ratchet and Clank fan, yeah. So I don't know why I thought you were a Ratchet and Clank fan. I think something gave it away. I don't know exactly what. Cycle, I'm not much into bicycle workouts. Hey, hello, what's going on? Yeah, no cycle, just protein shakes. Lots of protein shakes, I'm telling you. Love the protein shakes. People don't be eating enough protein. It's kind of a joke in the fitness community about them eating more protein, but it's true. We're about to get into it here. It's a recovery day, but it's still a workout. Still gonna be intense. Currently living AU. This never happened. Okay. Not into cycling. Okay, someone got that joke. Goldfish got that. Let's see. Get the cushion there. I like using that cushion so that I don't have to put my hands on the floor. All right. This portion here is going to be the most intense part of the entire active recovery here. Keep an eye on these quads. These babies going to be inflating like balloons. Oh, there we go. Activating the glutes here on this one as well. Yeah, not a lot of people, there's a trick that I like to do when I'm working my quads. It's not just about pushing up. Like you want to envision you are extending your legs. Like these muscles, they contract, or well, contract, there we go. So it's like I'm literally like envisioning pushing through my heels, extending the knees, not just like driving upwards. About to dial up the intensity in a sec. I'm feeling the burn here just from these slow squats, like you'd be surprised. Now the burn is going to be really settling in. Now we're just keeping these legs, muscles firing and activated. This is just the warm up here. These legs, they're gonna be feeling it in a sec. I mean, they're feeling it now. Who am I kidding? Oh. Doing some pulses here. Really get that burn feeling deep. All right. Not done yet. Going to be doing some lunges just to isolate. Yo, what's going on, Metric? Oh yeah, gotta make sure y'all showing that support, hitting that subscribe button. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all those things. Especially subscribe for this portion here. This is where it gets intense. Ooh, it's smelling like dog poop out here. Ooh, feeling it, feeling it. I'm trying to keep this lunge stationary, going as low as I can while maintaining control. Ooh. There we go, that's a tough spot right there. Not a lot of movement here, but a lot of work happening. Ugh. Dang, this leg. Crazy feeling it. Now we're going back to the squats because we like torturing these legs here. Show them who's boss. Yeah. It's awesome. Tomorrow's Friday. I was saying yesterday's live stream, the week, it's gonna go quick. Tomorrow, next thing you know, gonna be the weekend the next day, so. Holy cow, man. Man. Holy moly. Well, we got another side that we got to do the lunges for, so. Working it here. So this is kind of like that part I was saying earlier about how it's kind of like Pilates because you're holding these uncomfortable positions. Oh, and I can't really think of any other style of workout that really does something similar. Dang, this back leg is super feeling it from earlier. Well, the hardest part is basically over now. Whew. Holy cow. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of new guys and gals in the chat here watching the stream. This is your invitation, your formal invitation right here to join the community, hit that subscribe button. So we having fun, you know, hanging out, working out, getting in shape. Plus, I got more videos than just live streams going. Ooh, I got full length videos talking about how to burn fat or build muscle. So if you're really looking to get in shape, you know, this is a great place to be. Because I got full-length videos breaking down those topics. All you got to do is got to find that subscribe button and hit it. You know, it's free, it takes half a second. And after you subscribe, just go to my channel, click the playlist tab, and you'll see I got full-length playlists for burning fat or building muscle, you know, wherever you're at on your fitness journey. And let's say you just want to dial in your nutrition. I got full-length videos talking about nutrition as well, really covering the whole gambit here of getting in shape. So, if you like hanging out with fun people, having a good time while getting in shape, definitely subscribe. That way you can be part of the community, and that way you can be here for the next live stream videos, and you'll also know when I upload new videos to the channel. Working it. Doesn't look like a lot's happening here with the workout, but Trust me, there's a lot going on. Hey, what's going on, Manny? How you doing? All right, we're going to be doing a little bit more core glute action here. So we're going to get started this next movement here in a moment. Let's see, we'll slide this back a little bit here. All right. Let's get after it here. Another intense move from the mind of an insane exercise scientist. Actually, I didn't invent this move. What am I talking about? Whew. All right, we got two sides. Gotta do the other side too. Ooh-wee. All right, we're going to do a little bit of core work here, working the obliques. So we get back up into the same position, but then when we straighten the leg out, we're bringing the knee to the shoulder. All right, we're gonna be hitting the other oblique here. We got the right side, now we gotta get the left side. Not that long of a workout, this one, but be working. See those muscles working here. Nice cool breeze coming through. I'm gonna do a little yoga move here. All right, getting close to wrapping up this workout here. So if you're here, you're watching, and you're not subscribed, this is your time to do so here. Doing some more yoga stretches here. This one's great. I don't know about you, but like whenever I do this, I just feel it from the pelvis just all the way up here. hamstring stretch going there. Do the same thing on the other side. This side feels a little bit more flexible than the other side. That's fine. You just want to make sure you try to even out flexibility and strength of your muscles when you're aware that there's an imbalance. So this one, I'm not trying to push for some new, better, greater range here. I'm feeling pretty good at this position. All right, we'll put this seat cushion back. Whew. All right. Getting to the end of the workout here. We're gonna do some Superman stretches. I call it Superman because, well, you'll see why in a second. Superman would be like flying through the air. That's what we're going to be doing here. Just get that balance going, and then just like fly through the air. I prefer keeping my arms back. I'd rather focus more on keeping the foot that's on the ground straight and keeping my back straight. More focused on that than I am with having my arms forward. Great balance, great flexibility. Stretch right here. I'm gonna do same thing. Other side, especially like hamstring stretch. This is great hamstring stretch right here. Great balance work for the ankle. A lot of stuff happening with this move. Pretty advanced. Pretty great at the same time. Sometimes I'll be doing like standing splits for yoga, where you kind of like come down like this, but we're not doing yoga today, so we're not going to do that. All right, we're going to do a little bit of hip work here. I'm not the biggest fan of this stretch, because I really don't feel like I'm stretching anything, if I'm being honest. It's just bringing the knee up. If anything, it's more of like a postural thing. And I like how it makes my shoulders look when doing this. Like, look at that shoulder, bam, that's like looking like Lego blocks. Or like a Gundam set, just like individual shoulder joint happening there. All right, we'll do the same thing. Other side. Showing off those boulder shoulders. So this is gonna be the last movement right here for this exercise. Just short, active recovery day, nothing crazy. So if you're new here and you're watching, that means the YouTube algorithm brought you here for a reason. It's like, hey, you might like this Anabolic Alec guy, showing people how to get in shape, doing it all natural style, no cycles, no cycling, nothing. Just lots of protein shakes and lifting weights. And if you're interested, you want to kind of get your fitness journey started, highly recommend hitting that subscribe button, and then after you subscribe, go to the channel, hit the playlist tab. You're gonna see I got a fat burning playlist, and then I got that muscle building playlist. So whatever you're looking for in your journey, I got you covered with videos breaking down those topics, things that I do, things I tell my clients to do. Ooh, is that thunder? I hope so. But it's things that work, it's things that's simple. If you're watching the little weird stuff I was doing out here and you're like, I don't know if I want to do that, you don't have to do that. I don't talk about doing this stuff in the videos because what I'm doing now is based on where I'm at right now in my journey, because I want to get to the next part. But in the videos, I break down all the concepts that took me from where I was at to where I'm at now. It's all simple. You just got to do this stuff. And the thing that's so cool is, like, I've had people in the live stream watching, and I talk about, like, oh yeah, subscribe, check out the videos. I've had a couple people. They're like, you know what? I'm a put Alec to the test here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what he says. I'm gonna subscribe, go to the channel. I'm gonna watch the videos. We'll see if what he's talking about really works. And then they come back a couple weeks later, and it's like, bro, I've been doing what you're talking about in your videos, and I've gotten more results in the last couple weeks than I did in months trying to do this by myself. And I'm like, exactly. Like, that's why I got the videos there, because it works. All this stuff works. It's backed by, you know, taking the years of time that I was in college studying health and exercise science, and then over a decade of just being a certified personal trainer. So it's like I've got the experience. I know what I'm talking about. But not only that, but I've gotten myself from being overweight, out of shape, to getting in shape. And I've gotten out of shape multiple times throughout my career, but I've always managed to dial it in, get right back into getting in better shape. And then recently, over the past couple of years, I've gotten in the best shape that I've ever been in my entire life. And those are the things I talk about in the videos. And it's like simpler than I've ever done it before, and the results are quicker than I've ever gotten them before. And it's not like I'm getting any younger, you know? So stuff's good, stuff works. What's going on, Final Destination? What's it? Toxic positivity. But yeah, I mean, hey, life ain't easy. You are young, sir. Yeah, I'm younger than like a 65-year-old, but older than a 20-year-old. So it's, but yeah, life ain't about things being easy. It's about getting better. You know, people say like, oh, it gets easier. No, you get better. You know, in video games don't get easier as you get further. You just level up your character. So your character gets better. As a result, it feels easier. But, you know, you got to keep leveling up there. What's going on, Blank? Life sucks, then you die. I mean, there's some great parts in between. Yo, what's going on, Messi? Some chores and errands. I mean, yeah. I mean, we all got to brush our teeth in the morning and wipe our butt after we go poop, but it's part of it. And it's Elena. Hey, what's going on, Elena? How you been? Yeah, I just read the name, Blank. So I was like, oh, well, I mean, Elena's at the end there of the name. My bad. I just read the first part. Over here, trying to make it easy for myself there. But yeah, life is an enigma. It's like a puff of smoke. It appears tangible and solid and right in front of your eyes, like, oh, I understand this. And you go to reach for it, and then it goes away. That's some ecclesiastical wisdom there with that one. But the meaning of life is what you attribute to it, you know? Better get feel trying than regret not trying at all. Yeah, I mean, shoot, part of the like, people be thinking like, I mean, well, I'm talking as though I've got all the life experience over here. Not at all. I've just heard a lot from other people. But the prerequisite to success is failure. Like I've heard from lots of successful people, they're just successful because they've been willing to fail but get back on the saddle more times than other people. Like they've had more failures than they've had successes. Like baseball players, I think if you could hit at like 1 out of 7 balls that get thrown your way, or something like or it might be like 1 out of 3, something like that. Like you're top tier baseball athlete. Like best baseball players miss like 66% of the time. Like, isn't that crazy? You know, like they do not make contact with the ball more than 66% of the time. Like if you get a 33 or 30% on a test, you fail. But there's things in life where it's like you only have to win once and then you're golden. Like I think Jeff Bezos talks about that, where in business it's like baseball, but baseball, the most amount of points you can get is like what, 4 points. Like if you get the bases are loaded, you hit a home run and then you score 4 points. Doesn't matter. Like you could send that baseball flying to the moon, the most amount of points you could get is 4. But in real life, when it comes to like business and things like that, you make contact with the ball just the right way, you could score 1,000 points. Like there's no cap on that. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So there's like a lot of things in life. Like you could have 100 failed relationships, but if your goal is to get married, all it takes is just having the one successful relationship. Like workouts don't make you don't get stronger when you work out, you get weaker. Like ask me to do something now, like after I've done this whole workout thing, I won't be able to perform as well as I would have been if I did it before I even worked out, you know? But it's like by putting yourself in a position of getting weaker that your body adapts and then gets stronger. Like lots of counterintuitive things in life. And I know like in the Matrix movie, they talked about how like in the Matrix, you know, everyone's in a simulation and they're like, we actually, and the robots, they like tell Neo, they're like, we actually created like the like most euphoric, blissful, perfect place for people, but their brains couldn't handle it. They started rejecting the program, and we lost a lot of people, like, you know, a lot of human batteries or whatever. And it's fascinating because like you can have someone in complete poverty still at peace, and then you can have someone that has all the money in the world and no hardship and then still be feeling miserable. Like there's that whole thing with like neighbors, and I'm not saying any neighbors around here, not at all, but you've probably experienced that where it's like like the slightest inconvenience is detrimental for someone, you know, like you think of a particular person like that. And very rarely is it that like everything's going terrible for the person and then this is like the straw that breaks the camel's back type of scenario, but it's that there really isn't anything for them to try to solve problem-wise. So then they take tiny problems and then blow them up into big issues, you know? Yeah, oh, yo, what's going on, Mia? But there are people as well, when they face small inconveniences, they're like, why does this always happen to me? And it's it's just like me for this to happen. And it's like, oh, excuse me, I didn't realize the standard or the expectation is that things never go wrong. And it's like, no, it's not that. It's just that it feels like a lot of things go wrong just for me. And it's like, so we can both agree that it's illogical to expect things to go perfect all the time. And it's like, well, yeah, it'd be illogical to think that things would go perfect all the time. And it's like, all right, so don't be so caught up when bad things happen. Because the opposite's true. It's two sides of the same coin. Bad things can happen unexpectedly. Good things can happen unexpectedly. If you work hard for something, like there's certain things where like input equals output. So it's like lean as heavy as you can into the inputs that you can control, where the output is like a measurable thing that you can attain, like, then it just becomes kind of like a game at that point. But there was another point I was going to try to make with that. But yes, so there's certain things you can control where if you do more, if you put more in, you will get more out as a result. But I don't think people should perceive things as deserving in the sense that, like, well, I deserve this. Like, there's things where you, like, there's agreements. Like, if someone's like, hey, if you work 8 hours, I will pay you this amount of money. It's like, oh, that's an agreement. So there are those expectations that are a result of that. However, there's times where it's like, they might not pay you. And sure, that sucks. And you can control the variables where you can try to get paid for that. But, like, I don't think we really, like, we don't deserve anything in life, and that's not a bad thing. Like, imagine you go up to someone, you're like, hey, I hope you have a good day. And they're like, hey, thanks. I hope you get what you deserve today. And it's like, whoa, what do you mean by that? Like, that kind of comes across as like hey, I hope you get what you deserve. And it's like, that could be taken good or it could be taken bad. It's kind of like, well, what do you think you deserve? So a lot of us should be grateful that we don't get what we deserve. Because I'm pretty certain that a lot of us deserve not good things if we were to go down that rabbit hole of justice and things like that. So be grateful for the things that you do have. Be grateful for the things that you don't have. Take control of the variables in your life that you can control. And when there's those rare opportunities of greater input equals a greater output, go all in on that. And if it's illogical to think that life's always going to be perfect, then give yourself the grace and the flexibility to let go of things when they aren't going perfectly. And then be thankful when things do go well, because again, we don't deserve it. So that's my little philosophical spiel there. I like talking about this stuff. Never married. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like if a day is going to be rainy, no matter what benefit is it to say woe is me when equally there's a person out there that's like, thank God it's raining, my plants needed a little bit of refreshment. So it's like, everyone has a choice. We all have free will. If someone wants to choose to view things negatively, I don't think there's going to be a positive outcome for it. So it's like, if you decide to choose to have that perspective, sure, go for it. I just don't see any like benefit from it. So it's like, there's going to be challenges no matter what. So may as well make the most out of those challenges. There's going to be obstacles on the journey, but it doesn't mean it's taking you off the path. Sometimes the obstacle is the way. There's actually a really good book by Ryan Holiday, The Obstacle's the Way. Fantastic read. Highly recommend everyone read it, or at least listen to the audiobook, because it's free on YouTube. But I gotta get going because I gotta shower, get ready for work. So thank you all so much for watching. I do a lot more like workout stuff, not so much philosophical stuff, but I do be talking about that mindset. That mindset's important. It gets you showing up every day. So you gotta make sure that's dialed in well. No one talks about mental health issues in the world. I mean, yeah, mental health, like, just because someone might be born without legs doesn't mean walking is a myth, you know? But, and also Final Destination, I hope that, like, unfortunately, and I feel bad, this conversation has been very one-sided on my point, just because I'm the one on the screen talking right now. But I do hope it's not coming across as saying, like, right or wrong with the different perspective of things. Like, going back to the raining thing, yeah, if it rains and that prevents someone from doing the thing that they wanted, It's like, yeah, that's unfortunate and that does stink. But objectively, we can't say rain is bad. When it comes to free will, just because some people may have mental health limitations doesn't mean that free will is not a real thing. But I guess it's like depending on the the definitions of how we're perceiving free will. So that's like a whole different discussion. But yeah, again, you know, someone could be born with a mental handicap that limits their ability to express free will, and just how someone could be born with a physical handicap and not being able to walk doesn't mean that walking is not something that people can do, you know? So yeah, good and bad are subjective. Exactly. Yeah, nothing matters. Yeah, right. It's like it goes back to, it's life is an enigma, it's a puff of smoke. Like, yeah, things aren't as black and white as a lot of people like to make it out to seem. But I'm going to shower, because the only thing that, one of the things that is true at the moment is that I'm slightly sweaty and stinky. So I gotta clean up. Another thing that's true is I got work starting soon, so I gotta do that. But anyway, appreciate y'all being here. Hit that subscribe button if you've not subscribed already. And go out, drink protein shakes, and go break a sweat. Actually, normally go out, go sweat, drink protein shakes. Peace. There we go. But yeah, I do hope all of y'all have a great day. I hope everyone gets some good things that they don't be deserving, and be thankful for the things that you got, and thankful for the things that you don't got that probably should have been coming your way. All right. Like and subscribe. Oh yeah, you already know. All right, peace.